Hey, I'm Larry Vickers of Vickers Tactical, 20-year special operations veteran, also firearms industry trainer, consultant. I have a variety of coffee table books, do a lot of different things within the firearms industry, and today I'm here to talk to you about the Walther Q5 steel frame. Now, before we get into that, you need to understand, Walther is one of the most famous firearms companies in history. The P38 is the prototype standard service pistol in the double action, single action realm. As a matter of fact, the U.S. Army M9 Beretta is essentially a Walther P38 combined with the high capacity magazine of the Browning High Power, and it served us for many, many years. So when you talk about steel frame or metal frame Walther handguns, you have to remember the most famous DASA handgun in history, Walther P38. Fast forward to late 2018, and we got this. Now, Walther had been making striker-fired polymer frame handguns for a number of years. P99, PPQ, excellent pistols that had an outstanding reputation for accuracy and reliability. They completely turned everything on its head when they brought out essentially a striker-fired steel frame handgun. Late 2018, introduced 2019 SHOT Show. The steel frame Walther Q5 match. Now, 5.45-inch barrel, a longer slide, as you see here, light and slide. This is essentially a match pistol, okay? Magazine well, you got the different colored trigger, different style sights. You also have the ability to mount an optic on it. So this was essentially an introduction that Walther brought out in late 2018, early 2019 at the match market. It intended to be used for competition, not really a duty gun. That isn't what this gun's about. Now, I've had a chance to put some trigger time behind the Q5 match steel frame, and honestly, first time I was introduced to it was out here on this range. I couldn't put it down. It was always the gun I went back to. Completely different feel than other striker fired polymer frame handguns. When you added that weight, it completely changed the dynamics of how this gun felt when you were shooting it. So fast forward to today, and we got something new for you. Now, this is the gun that I saw in a prototype form when I was able to visit the factory with some friends doing a documentary on Walther in early 2019. The Q4, all right, essentially the duty size version of the steel frame Q5. If you imagine the Walther PPQ polymer frame gun, but done over in the steel frame format, they have to change things because remember, it's a steel frame and there's some parts differences and whatnot. This is essentially the gun. This is a really cool pistol. It's the gun that I was looking forward to ever since I saw the prototype at the factory in early 2019. Okay, same magazine as the Q5. Obviously, it doesn't have the extended base plate flush fit magazine, but it'll take the same magazine well if you want to go that route as a match pistol. This is kind of meant as a heavy duty, very premium quality duty gun. No extended slide, no slots in the slide, and this particular one is the fixed sight version. There is a version that allows you to mount an optic. Sights are exactly the same as you see on the Walther PPQ, and therefore the other aftermarket sights out there will interchange. If it fits on a PPQ, it'll fit on the Q4 steel frame. Grips. Designed to fill your hand. There are also grip panels that bolt on each side. Now remember, this is a steel frame, so you had to apply grips to it, unlike the PPQ, which is a molded polymer frame where the grips are molded right in. This is a different setup, much along the lines of what you'd see with a pistol like a 1911 or Beretta 92. These grip panels bolt on from each side. Now, detailed disassembly for the Q4 steel frame is the same as the Q5 steel frame. Now, if you haven't seen that video, I did one about a year ago with some guys from Walther. It's available at Walther or Panteao Productions. Okay, now I'm going to introduce you to the next version, one of which I plan on putting a lot of trigger time behind. Q4 steel frame optic ready version. This particular one has an aim point acro mounted on it. Of course, there's adapter plates for a wide variety of different red dot sights that you want to run on your Q4 steel frame. Now, this is obviously the way things are going. All pistols are coming out now with the ability to adapt a red dot sight to them, or manufacturers or gunsmiths are offering services to direct mount these things. So this is where things are going. If you haven't got caught up on the red dot sight on a pistol craze, you need to check it out. Other than that, exactly the same as a standard Q4 steel frame, same magazine well, same magazines, grips, all that is exactly the same. It's just the ability to mount a red dot on top is what's different than the iron sight version. Now, whether you want your Walther Q4 steel frame optic ready or iron sights, they got you covered. Kick-ass pistol, take it from the LAV.